Let's talk today about how to solo trio. Look, I know that a lot of you want to get to the point where you can split from your squad and consistently win 1v3 and 1v4 fights. So today, we're back with another hybrid breakdown. I'm going to be giving you some tips on how to solo trio consistently while breaking down gameplay from YouTube celebrity TCaptainX. He drops a 26-kill solo trio win here. So we're going to be talking about a few tips for success and then seeing how they actually apply in-game. Now, first thing that I have for you is being strategic. And you're going to see this in this gameplay. TCap is very smart about the fights that he actually chooses. He doesn't put himself in situations where he has to finesse enemies and constantly get out of bad situations where he's being third-partied and he's got to use crazy movement. He's very smart about how he approaches fights. He's very smart about the fights that he chooses to put himself in. Now, are there situations where he does have to use movement to his advantage? Absolutely. It's going to be part of solo trioing. Every once in a while, based on the information that you get after a kill, you may have to finesse some enemies. But if we can avoid those situations as much as possible, that's going to lead to greater success. Now, when we talk about how to avoid those situations, first things first, as I always say, get information up. But more importantly, as we're approaching that fight, we want to play a little bit more patient. We want to see if we can get a clean kill. And then we're going to start that reposition process. We're going to basically try to find a different angle to take to get another down and get another thirst. And we're going to figure out where that is based on the information that we get. After we get a kill, we're going to check minimap. We're going to see where the enemies are and where they're rotating to. And from there, we're going to look for a different angle to take. One thing I will say is, you know, if you can get loadout in solo trios, it's definitely tough, but it's going to help you out a lot. You're going to be able to fight with your lethals, your tacticals, your loadout guns, what you feel most comfortable with. That is going to lead to more success. So our process for solo trioing and starting to 1v3 and 1v4 is going to be figure out where people are, be patient in our approach, and as soon as we get a clean down and thirst, then we start going to work repositioning based on the information that we get. And all we're looking to do is find a different angle to take. You don't always have to have a set position to go to. We're just looking for a different angle. Now, as he's pushing over here, we start to jump into this breakdown. He's going to have a pretty slow start here, and then he's going to really pick it up towards the end game, which we'll talk about as well. He's able to almost get it down here, and he is using the STG and the Volk, by the way, the max mobility Volk, which is an insane build, and we're going to talk about that a little bit in terms of movement here a little bit later. Now he gets it down right there. He's starting to get information. He's got multiple people over in living quarters. He's got one flying in Nova 6, so he's actually going to go push this. I'm kind of with TCap here. Super frustrating that he doesn't get that kill with the precision. I mean, we all know if that was us, you'd probably be dead right there, but you know what? It didn't hit this time. Max mobility Volk, the biggest benefit is your strafe speed. So when you are ADS, look how fast he can move, and he actually uses this to his advantage a lot of times. Now, one thing that I do want to talk about, and this is something that I think a lot of you need to work on, and it's the one kind of thing I'll highlight in this game that TCap could do a little bit better here, is when he slides through this door, look how he's very susceptible to being shot from the corners, from the campers, from the rats here, because it takes him a while to actually kind of center. I would like to see him center a little bit earlier. That's the only thing that I want to really highlight that was a negative in this gameplay or something he could do. Watch how long it takes for him. So he would be a few bullets down if somebody were actually in that corner, but he's going to continue to push here. He knows there's one outside, and you're going to start to see just how good this Volk is. By the way, I'm going to link his channel, his YouTube channel, as well as the video to this build down in the comments below for you. Now he needs to figure out where people are. People over intense. So I start to go act on that information. You want to start to rotate over that way, see what you can find, knowing that they're not totally sure what your next play is. You can still be unpredictable here. This is where he starts to play strategic. He's very smart about the fights that he chooses. Trying to see what he can find, can't really see anything. He sees shooting over at control, so he's going to go ahead and start to push this way. Now, one other thing I would say here, and this isn't anything major, I would probably suggest that he hit the communication tower here. Just see who's around. See if anybody's in 10. See if you can get a free kill. But he's going to go ahead and push up. He just said it. Biggest thing with solo trios. Now, this is less of an issue in 1v3s and 1v4s when you have a squad is, look, if he dies here, this game's over. So you do have to be strategic and not put yourself in crazy situations. We're about to see that again where he actually repositions and disengages from a fight because he's in a bad spot. Now, he gets that down right there. When as soon as he gets this thirst, now he has information about where these two teammates are. One's on loadout and one is down below over this way. And the biggest benefit there is notice how far apart they are. You're still in a situation where this is two 1v1s. You're not dealing with stacked enemies. Now he gets caught. There's a sniper behind him. There's one up the hill. And he goes, I'm going to rotate over. And I'm okay. This is a good position right here. This is where I talk about playing smarter, not harder. Strategic aggressiveness. We want to play aggressive. We want to be in the action. We want to be putting ourselves in situations to get kills, but we want to be strategic about how we do it, and that's what he does right there, and he repositions all the way around. Now he hears one flying in this way, and we're about to see that strategic aggressiveness in terms of positioning again. He's going to go ahead and pull back, right? There's one in prison. There's one flying in behind him that he could get beat down with a pistol. He could get shot. So he's going to go ahead and push in, start to push all the way around. And watch the strafe speed on this Volk. When I talk about why strafing is so important, making it harder for your enemies to actually hit you, this is the great example. Look, this is why the Volk's so good, is look at that strafe speed.
Yeah,
but that makes you such a hard target to track, especially because, one, you get rotational aim assist on controller, where as you're moving left, your crosshairs are kind of sticking a little bit. And I don't want you to take that out of context. Your crosshairs are sticking a little bit with that person. Meanwhile, he's trying to track you. Now, I pull this back here. So here's one around the corner. He's going to go ahead and use his movement. Quick slide cancel. And again, you see just how good that strafe is there. And it does have, it's slow when you're running around, but that close quarters mobility is absolutely insane. Now, information, he gets people kind of not anywhere near him right now. He knows he's at least safe. And this is where he is isolating fights very well, which is such a crucial part of solo trioing, is really executing, really taking advantage of getting kills without taking a lot of damage, while also isolating fights as much as possible. As I mentioned in my video yesterday, how to prevent people from stacking, is really not allowing them to actually stack and get close together. Now he's got one there. He's got another one flying in. And hey, look, if those people want to keep flying in, we're just going to go ahead and take the free kills. Again, one down below in showers, one down below to his left. So he uses that information. He knows that information. He doesn't necessarily go act on it, but he still knows about it. He gets that thirst. He sees one in lobby. Now he's going to go ahead and push. Kind of waiting. He plays the heady here. Let's go ahead and push in. He's going to center around this corner. Look at the strafe speed here. Look at the movement speed on it. And he's able to execute here. Gets caught in a little bit of a weird spot, but he hits shots. He uses a little bit of movement to his advantage there to be able to still get that kill. He's got 10 kills with 8 other teams still up. And as we're going to reiterate throughout this gameplay, he's got to be smart here. He's by himself. Now, real quick, if you are looking to get better Rebirth, my whole goal is just to help you progress as a Rebirth player. Get more kills, die less, break your PR, increase the amount of wins that you get, whatever it may be. If you are looking to get better, just consider hitting that subscribe button down below. And I do videos every single day. I live stream on YouTube 4 days a week. So if you want to know when I'm posting, when I'm going live, make sure you turn on that notification bell. Now, as he's pushing up here, he's going to go ahead and push left. He ends up getting shot a little bit. So he's actually going to drop down here. Now, you know, in this situation, definitely smart to play cautious and drop down. He also could hit communication tower and see where everybody was. It might have been a solo person on the roof, and he's good to go ahead and challenge that person. He sees one this way, so he's going to go ahead and play ahead of gas. This is where I always say you don't want to fight gas and a person at the same time. This is why, because that person has to rotate. He's able to get that down and that team wipe right there. 12 kills, 7 other teams. Nothing really crazy right here. By the way, don't be afraid of gas. He's going to go ahead and use gas to his advantage here. Flip gas mask back on. He's going to plate up. Then he's going to use stims to his advantage to get into circle. But this was kind of his play right here. He had people that were holding him outside of circle. So he's going to go ahead, quick plate up, and he's back in. At the end of the day, he didn't really, I don't even think he used the stim there. He's back in. Now, he's going to go ahead and get it down up top here using this strafe speed. And notice that there's one right here as well. Now, if I was TCap, I would be okay with re-challenging this here, trying to see what I can find. He's going to go ahead and play a little bit smarter here. He ends up getting that kill confirmed, so he doesn't really have to. But don't be afraid to re-challenge that, knowing that you have a lot of cover. Either way, he's going to go ahead and keep pushing here. He gets the kill. 13 kills, 7 other teams. Next up, he's going to go ahead, try to find information. Can't really get to a UAV just yet. He's going to push down below. He gets shot from up top. Now he gets put in a little bit of a weird spot, and I want to talk about using information to your advantage. And when I talk about players stacking or teams playing close together, he's going to go ahead and get this kill right here using the strafe speed. Notice 2 on his level. Now, what way are they pushing? Notice that they're not really pushing towards him. So he knows that he's in an okay spot to go ahead, plate up, and then get back in this fight, trying to see what he can find. Only thing you got to be careful of here is getting shot by somebody right here in this angle. And now he's going to go ahead and get another down right back this way. Takes a decent amount of damage, but still strafing left and right, using that to his advantage. He's down to basically 2.5, or he's down 2.5 plates, and he sees shooting, or hears shooting outside. Go ahead and challenge here. He gets, look at the strafe speed on this. Like, this is just, look at how far he strafes here. And this is the advantage of strafing. The trade-off is you're pretty slow running with it, but in close quarters, this thing is just nasty. Look how far, I mean, try tracking that. That is very difficult to do, and he's right back inside. Right back inside, gonna quick plate. In a second, he's gonna go grab more plates, and he did grab tempered, by the way. If you are solo trioing, not if you're in quads, if you are solo trioing or solo quadding, don't be afraid to grab your second loadout, go tempered or restock or something like that. If you are playing in trios or quads, and you are splitting, I would recommend keeping your loadout up as long as possible. This way, you can hit it if you still want to fly back in. Notice how he's being very strategic. He's using his audio cues, trying to see what he can find. He's not just full sending. You know, he's taking moments to stop and try to hear what's around him, using those audio cues to get information, using the mini-map to understand where people are. Obviously, people shooting here, so he's going to go ahead and third-party this. Gets the down. He doesn't immediately thirst. He anticipates that that person, that basically other person is still alive. Now he gets the thirst one above him. He's going to go ahead and play this backside this way, try to see what he can find. And he could have played roof here, but instead decides to push all the way around. Now he's going to go ahead and again use his audio cues. So he hears that one is above him, and he's kind of in a tough spot here. He's kind of in a tough spot because he's got to be careful them shooting down on him. So he's going to go ahead and actually rotate a little bit. He's going to go ahead and rotate and try to flank and get to a position where he can challenge, still being aware of where those enemies are. Watch this move right here. This is such a minuscule thing that a lot of you probably don't realize or wouldn't do that makes a huge difference. So as he turns, he's going to quick check there. Doesn't see him, right? This little move right here, this is the move that a lot of you don't make and get shot in the back because of it. So he gets to a point of cover. He put himself between him. He put a barrier between himself and the enemy, and now he can safely rotate. Now as he pushes up, he's going to catch one right here. Notice the information. He gets the down. He gets the thirst. Notices one right around the corner, so he immediately challenges, and he can immediately challenge that because he didn't take a lot of damage there. He gets that first clean kill, uses that to his advantage to then immediately go challenge the next person. By the way, this end game is absolutely insane by him. He clutches this up beyond belief, and we're going to break it down. As he pushes back, great cash flow. I always talk about the importance of cash flow. He can buy everything you need. Buys gas masks to buy himself time to buy more stuff. He's going to plate up real quick. He's going to buy a muni box. He's going to buy a precision airstrike after the second gas mask, and now he rotates in. UAV versus precision there, tough call. You know, precisions are great. I always like UAVs because I know where everybody is. That gives me information about where I need to rotate to next, right? Do I need to get into bio early? Can I play decon and kill a few people this way? So I probably would have gone UAV there, which he ends up saying, although the precision airstrike doesn't hurt. You could definitely precision ahead of you. You can precision behind you to hold people. He's going to go ahead and use that strafe speed to his advantage. One up top, and I want you to keep that in mind, right? What level is that person on? Is he on the one right above him, or is he on roof? TCap doesn't know, so you have to assume that this person is on this floor right here, and TCap's going to confirm it. He's going to go ahead and stim, try to see what he can find. He's checking corners, not really seeing anything. Catches him backside this way, right? If TCap just assumed that guy was on the roof, look, he probably doesn't die to that guy, but he potentially puts himself in a bad position. Or let's play the situation where TCap assumes he's on the roof, and then TCap plays down low on this floor, and the guy shoots him in the back, right? So that's where we got to understand that that person may not be exactly where you think they are. Now he's going to go ahead and catch this guy this way. Look at the strafe speed again, using that to his advantage, and he's right back in. One down below him. I want to talk about this. I probably would have stimmed into bio. That speed boost is pretty quick. I probably would have stimmed into bio. What he's going to end up doing here is just playing gas for a long time. And I want you to understand how long that you can actually play gas for. He's going to stim once, which buys him time to hit the buy station. He buys a gas mask. He buys a munitions box, which means he can restock on his stims. He's going to go ahead and rotate all the way this way using the speed boost there. That's not a health boost. That's a speed boost. He still has his gas mask on. Now, as he pushes over, the one thing that I'll say that I don't love about gas plays that are this drawn out, and I just want to highlight this, is the moment that he actually gets into circle, he has no plates. So he technically rotates early, but he's not actually in a position of fight. That's the only reason that I don't love it, although he's still going to win this game. He still plays this game very well. Now he quick stims for the health boost. He's able to replay, and he's in a 1v4 situation with two other teams. So he's going to go ahead and use the precision preemptively to kind of force them to make a move, although they technically can stay up on roof. He gets the down. He gets a team wipe right there. He actually gets 2 down. So he team wipes 1 and gets an initial knock on the next team. It's a 1v3 situation. As he's pushing over, he's able to get this one out front. He's able to get the down in the thirst, which gives him the information about where the other 2 teammates are. One is on the roof. Obviously, keep in mind that one of them is down, but that person's going to be revived. So he rotates early here. He does not have any stims left. He's going to go ahead, get in circle. He replates. And look, they're not going to leave roof as of right now. He gets a big sigh because, look, he's not getting much help in terms of circle pulls. Finally gets a little bit, although this isn't a great circle pull for him either because he's got to make a decision about, you know, do you rotate late or rotate early? I would rotate this late because at the end of the day, they have to leave top bio, and you should be able to kill them at that point. Now, he's going to go ahead and see what he can find, kind of keep walking with gas a little bit, which is okay. He's going to play his cover here. 2 questions for endgame. Where's your power position? Where's your cover? He's going to use this heady, which is nasty. Use that to his advantage. He gets 1 down right there. He gets the 2nd down right there. I hope you found today's video helpful in terms of how to solo trio. Let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.